a story you will only see on Spectrum Bay News 9, a one-on-one interview with Senator Marco Rubio. He is calling for more action to help the victims of the devastating hurricanes in Puerto Rico and here at home. Spectrum Bay News 9 D.C. Bureau reporter Samantha Jo Roth talked with the senator about hurricane relief efforts and the growing pressure to deliver at least one major legislative victory before the end of the year.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio continues to be one of the loudest voices, calling for more federal help for Puerto Rico.
And I am concerned about a public health crisis. People are drinking water that is unsafe. You have now about a month today without power. So you worry about people not just in vulnerable medical conditions, but the outbreak of communicable diseases.
A number of Democrats are criticizing the Trump administration's response to the devastation in Puerto Rico, with some calling for an investigation. Senator Rubio says that's counterproductive.
We're in the middle of still responding to a storm. We don't want to stop everything and do an investigation. Look, there will be plenty of time in the future to examine what could have been done better.
The senator says those seeking refuge from the storm are welcome in Florida. Since the beginning of October, the state's Department of Emergency Management says more than 32,000 people from Puerto Rico have already arrived.
It's not a problem for Florida. I mean, if 100,000 people from Oklahoma decided to move to Florida, no one would be complaining. We're not going to complain about it.
One thing Floridians are complaining about: lingering debris from Hurricane Irma. Some Democrats are accusing Governor Rick Scott of slowing down the cleanup process. But Rubio isn't jumping to conclusions.
I don't know if he's to blame. I think the truth is that a lot of these counties had pre-existing contracts, and the contractors didn't fulfill their obligations because they got a better price from a competing county that outbid them.
Here in Washington, it's crunch time for Republicans as they work to overhaul the tax code before the end of the year. But if they fall short, they could face backlash in the 2018 midterm elections.
And as a Republican, we told people we would cut taxes, repeal and replace Obamacare, get rid of regulations, rebuild our military. If we don't do those things, then why are we here? And it's frustrating.
Congressional committees can't start writing a bill until Congress adopts a budget resolution. The Senate is expected to vote later this week. In Washington, Samantha Jo Roth, Spectrum Bay News 9.